Yeah, so this is day two of 30 Days of Black Business. I wanted to prepare this program to kind of highlight National Black Business Month, the entire month of August. So every day we have workshops to highlight, Black business owners and resources that they can use. Things from like how to utilize Excel for small business, which Irma will be presenting on today, how to file a business, how to navigate the Secretary of State website, how to form an entity, things like that every day. So thank you all for joining day two. Yesterday we had a really great workshop to kind of kick things off. The Black entrepreneurs, learners, and leaders presented a really great workshop, a beginners boot camp, which kind of provided like a full overview of just how to start your business and what you should do from marketing to, entity formation and things like that. Throughout the rest of the month, we kind of just want to get more granular on specific topics that people may have questions on about how to grow and create business. So today, Kathy, or Irma Trent. So I refer to her as Kathy, as she is my sister as well. But her name is Irma.
Irma Kathleen, yeah.
So I may use Irma and Kathleen interchangeably, but I appreciate my sister, presenting today on Microsoft Excel. She's a certified trainer, and if you want to, share more about yourself, I'll give the floor to Irma.
Sure. Thank you, Elizabeth. So just to give you a brief introduction to myself, again, my name is Irma Trent. I am the CEO of Sillers Institute. We are a community-based vocational training school in the Coachella Valley Desert. And when I say community-based, our programs are specifically tailored for people who are low income, who are underserved, people who are in the workforce and maybe they're looking to be retrained, new graduates from high school who would like to train for a career and make good money while they attend a university. And also a lot of our training is geared toward a lot of ex-offenders, training them to get ready for the workforce again and fighting this war on recidivism. A lot of the training we provide is technical, so we have a business administration course where we train a lot in business theory, QuickBooks, Excel, other Microsoft Office applications, G Suite, and we also do computer network and security, accounting and finance, and web development and digital marketing. So on that note, what I will do is put up a copy or a image of our website's homepage, which is sillersinstitute.com. And give me one moment. This is my first webinar, so I'm learning the program as I go. So please let me know if you can see the homepage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. And there's our contact information toward the center bottom of the page. Okay. Bear with me. Okay, Liz, this is where you come in.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm needing to have a full page again. So it looks like it's minimized.
Okay. Let's see.
That's fine because we can see you talking, we can see the whole page.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I can see the page. Yeah.
All right. So I just need to see all of you.
Okay, we're like on the side. Did you see us? Okay.
Ah, there we go. Okay, awesome. All right. So I'm going to put up a slide for you. One moment. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so today in this webinar, I'm going to cover how you can utilize Excel for your small business. Now, some of those topics are managing your projects, accounting, client database, and business organization. Now, the webinar will probably run about 40 to 45 minutes to allow me to touch on some different uses of Excel in small business. However, I will provide you with several resources to further understand how to use what I'm going to cover today. So one piece of important advice I would like to give is do not recreate the wheel. As small business owners, we are excited, we're innovative, and we think, well, I can do it this way, I want to do it that way, you know, this will be better. But the reality is that what you're trying to accomplish, someone has already done, and they've managed to do it quite successfully. So my advice is that templates are going to be your best friend. They're going to save you a lot of time, money, and frustration. Now, as small business owners, we perform so many different functions, we don't realize how many hats we wear. Until our business grows to the size we envision, we must keep our costs low, and we want to have our work be accurate and professional at the same time. So the first topic I'd really like to cover is accounting. Now, I believe there are many functions in Excel that are built within templates to facilitate the many processes you perform on a daily basis. Now, we ask ourselves, why is accounting important? Now, accounting plays a vital role in running a business because it helps you track income and expenditures, ensure statutory compliance, and provide investors, management, and government with quantitative financial information, which can be useful in making business decisions. Now, there are three key factors in financial statements that you can generate through your records. Now, if you've taken accounting before, those records are the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statements. So the income statement provides you with information about your profit and loss. The balance sheet gives you a clear picture of the financial position of your business on a particular date. The cash flow statement is the bridge between the income statement and the balance sheet, and it reports the cash generated and spent during a specific period of time. I'm going to go ahead and share another screen with you. One moment. Okay. So when I applied for my SBA disaster loan, as a lot of businesses did with the Small Business Association, I had to complete a profit and loss statement. I had to have a statement from my CPA and also present a business plan. So I'm going to pull up what I submitted so you can have a better idea of what I'm explaining to you. One moment. Okay, and the reason why I'm pulling up the business plan is because if you ever decide to apply for a loan, or if there's someone who's investing in your business, they're going to want to see a business plan. And so what does that have to do with accounting? In your business plan, you're going to have to include, sorry, one moment. You're going to have to include your executive summary, your SWOT analysis worksheet, competitor data, collection plan, and inside of those, it's going to have your profit and loss, your balance sheets, it's going to have your income statements, and they need to be presented in a certain format. So this template, right, this is actually a template as well. This came from the SCORE website, which is a partner of the SBA. So this is the business plan here. I'm just going to scroll through a few pages. There's a SWOT analysis. And attached to this document, I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Attached to this document, I'm going to stop sharing this here, the screen here, and pull up the CPA report. Okay. So this is what your CPA will provide. And these documents are so important because your business will grow. You're going to attract investors. You're going to want to apply for loans. People are just going to want to see the profile of your company. And so included in here are balance sheet, statement of income and proprietor's capital, statement of cash flow, and notes to financial statements. I'm just going to scroll down really quickly so you can see the CPA report. There, see it has the current assets, total current, it says liability and proprietor's capital. So this, I'm going to scroll down again so you can really get a good idea. Okay, so here you see the expenses, the total expenses, net losses, proprietor capital at beginning of year. And so we think when we're first starting out, why do I need all of these things? You know, it's just, you know, I know how to run my business. If I got a product, I put it on the internet, someone buys it, I got money in my pocket, you know. So that's great. But having all of these documents ready to go, so if your business takes off, you know, you've got this professional profile that makes your company look really good. Okay. Okay, so here is actually a profit and loss statement that was created in Excel templates. And this document here, I'm gonna move something over. Okay, so this document here was actually created as a template. We just populated with the data that we had. And this is a projected profit and loss for 2020. So I'm going to click on formulas and show formulas. So you can see that even in the template, the formulas are already there for you. All you have to do is enter your information, such as any bank charges, labor and tech services. For me, I had expenses related to instructors, legal and professional services, some miscellaneous, and office expenses. But depending on the structure of your business, you will enter in the numbers that make sense for you. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click off of show formulas. And this document was accepted by the Small Business Administration. They had absolutely no problem with it. So, and this is what I mean by not recreating the wheel. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing that screen. And I want to go to some templates that are gonna help you out, help you create your income statements, your balance sheets, and your cash flow statements. Okay, so we're all familiar, if you used Excel before, we're all familiar with this page. This is just the basically the home page for Excel. And you can search online for templates, or what I would like to do is just click on business. Okay, and all of these templates come up, really great ones. So for example, I will type in startup expenses. I spelled that wrong. Okay. One moment, I want to take you to the proper templates. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Yeah, can you go back to the first page?
To the profit and
yeah.
To the profit and loss statement?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Larice, is this the page you're referring to?
Yes, Lorraine.
Lorraine, okay. What question did you have?
I just wanted, basically, I just wanted to see it because I'm just starting up a business, and I think I have to plug in some figures or imaginary figures at this point.
Okay, so you can do like I did, a projected profit loss, and they will be based on what you believe your expenses are going to be, and what you believe your income may be. And it can always be modified as time goes by. So what type of business do you have?
I want to start a training school and employment school for entertainment business.
Okay, so a vocational school.
Right.
Oh, okay, so you probably definitely want to talk to me even after the webinar. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
nonprofit already and everything's set up for that.
Okay. So, of course, you're going to take, you're going to write a list of everything you're going to need, all of your expenses, definitely. And there's a template in here in Excel for that, a really great template that I will pull up for you. And there's also a template where you can calculate your marketing budget. And I believe, here it is. So, and you want to plug in all of those numbers to your projected profit and loss template. Okay. Lorraine, is there anything else I can cover before we move on?
That's fine. You can continue now.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. It's not coming up for me.
It was already there.
I swear it was coming up for me earlier.
Irma, it was at the bottom. It was at the bottom in the middle. It says startup expenses. The chart was already there. Right there. To the bottom.
To the bottom. This is an expense budget. We can also pull this one up. I was going to cover it anyway.
No, that wasn't what I saw.
Okay. Okay. Let me exit out of here then.
I think when you type in startup, it's one word, not two words.
Okay.
I just
That's not it either.
Yeah, it's one word together. Like startup is one word.
You're so smart, Liz. That's why I love you.
There it goes right there. That's what
you complete me.
Are you two real sisters, or you just say you sisters?
We really are sisters. Okay. Okay, so this one here, it says medical office startup, but the cool thing about this is that you can add your company name in your logo, and these items here you can replace with your actual expenses, and it'll still calculate the numbers just the same. And so here you will have an actual document that shows how much you're starting with, how much you're going to spend.
Same screen, I don't see it.
Am I? Oh gosh, okay, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Okay, can you see it now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm going to scroll back to the top here. Okay. So this one, just Excel decided to use medical office startup. But you can put your company name here. So I will put Sillers Institute and School Startup Overview, something like that. Okay. So you can change these items in here to reflect whatever expenses you're going to have for your particular business. Okay, and then you can put the numbers in here that make sense for the items here, and it will calculate the numbers just as it would if you were to create this yourself and put in all the formulas yourself. So it also will calculate your startup funding if you have anything from investors. If you don't have investors or loans, you can take this part out and just put my initial investment, the amount that you're investing into your business. Okay. So this is just one template that you can use. I'm going to pull up some other ones. One moment. Let me go back. Yeah. Okay, so here's a profit loss statement here. We'll go ahead and open it up. Okay, please let me know if you can see what's on my screen.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so for here, you can place your logo.
I think you may need to go to another screen, like reshare, because you're still at the startup.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, do you see the profit loss statement?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you can place your logo here, place your company name and any other applicable information regarding your company. And then again, you can populate the cells here with what numbers that make sense to you. Okay, so this is just another one here. And going back to the home page of Excel, where you can type in whatever template you're looking for, whether if it's, you know, to calculate your startup expenses, for your income statement, balance sheets, cash flow projection, even inventory lists for asset calculation, whatever it is. Again, I really want to stress from the very beginning, from the very first day you start your business, you really want to have these types of documents and as part of your company profile. So I'm going to move on from the accounting part of it. Does anyone have any questions before I move on? No? Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll move on to project management. One moment. Okay. Now, as a small business owner, I know we're faced with managing projects, however small they may be. Most of the time, we calculate what we need to do in our head, and we have a basic idea of what will and will not work. But often, we don't take a structured approach to projects. And this may be because we want to save time, and we probably can get small projects done successfully without a structured format. However, as your business grows, you really want to use best practices from the beginning. Now, project management is important because it ensures proper expectations are set around what can be delivered, by what time, and for how much. It's also important to show a prospective investor or stakeholder your project in a more professional and accurate way. You never know when someone's going to take interest in what you're doing. Now, Excel has taken the hassle out of documenting project management functions through creating project management templates that actually are comparable to industry standard documentation. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the study of project management, Gantt charts are a very popular tool for visually expressing the project management life cycle. Now, a Gantt chart is usually, it's really just a visual view of tasks for planning projects of really any size. And they're a useful way of showing what work is scheduled to be done on a specific day. And they also help you to view the start and end dates of a project in a really simple view. So learning how to use Gantt charts, it really isn't a very complex thing to do. I would say if you would like look around YouTube, it would really only take 20 to 30 minutes to grasp the understanding of Gantt charts and how to use them. And once you get that understanding, it's really kind of like it becomes like second nature to you. So I'm going to get out of the screen here, and I'm going to show you some project management templates in Excel that I know I go to templates a lot, but it's really, really important for small business owners because what it's going to do is it's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of money. And if someone really does show interest in your project, you have something tangible you can hand to them and say, hey, this is our project. This is how much it's going to cost. This is how much time it's going to take. And it shows them that you're really on a professional path and you're serious about what you're doing. So give me one moment to pull up the screen. Now this is going to go back to the medical offices page, but I'm going to open something else. One moment. Liz, can you tell me if you can see the page I'm on? It says new. It's like okay, awesome. All right. Okay, so I'm going to pull up a simple Gantt chart. Okay. Okay, can everyone see this chart here?
No,
Yeah.
you might have to click on the next page. It's still the.
It's still there? Okay. I'm kind of learning how Zoom works, so I'm kind of getting the gist of it. Okay, so can you see the Gantt chart now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so at the top, you're going to place your project title. So that may be, whether if it's 30 Days of Black Business, if it's you're have a project where you're actually building something, whatever it is, you can plug the task, you can add the phase title here, and you can plug in each individual task into these cells here. This one is really cool because it actually has the dates here for you and the days of the week. It will give you a progress report. It'll allow you to plug in start and end dates. I'm going to scroll down here so you can get a full view of what's available in this template. So you can add as many phases of your project as you like.
So
Now for starting out, there's another Gantt chart that may even be more simple to use for those who are not familiar with using Gantt charts. I'm going to pull that one up as well, and give me your feedback and let me know which one you think is easier to use. Okay, I have to go back. I'm going to have to go back to this one and then pull it up. Have patience with me.
So Irma, so these Gantt charts, they're free, right?
These are absolutely free
Okay,
if you have an Excel subscription.
got it.
how much does the subscription cost?
I think it's like $10 a month.
I actually pay $7.
Oh, okay.
But isn't Excel on our computers anyway? Most programs come with Excel. Can we just, but is it different because we don't get the charts when we have Excel? We got to create our own?
If you have Excel, however you get it, you will have access to these templates. Whether if it's paid or if it's free, you can go here and access them. It's just part of having Excel.
Okay.
I think with like a paid subscription, sometimes if you don't have a paid subscription, they don't allow you to save. Like, I think that was like an issue.
Really?
Like, you can create a document, but when it comes to saving, it'll prompt you to like pay for it. That's what I've dealt with in the past.
Okay, so that's good to know as well. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go through a little bit of understanding Gantt charts just for those who may not be familiar with it. So again here, you can place the title of your project at the top, and then in these cells, you'll place the several activities. Now, these numbers here, what they're going to do, say this is your start, day one. So you have, this is where you're starting out at, right? Okay, so if you see the planned duration, that would be when that specific activity will end, which is 5, and that's why it ends here at 5. Okay, now your planned start and your planned start and your actual start both have 1s. So it's basically the day that that activity is planned to start and then the day that it actually starts. Okay, and both are on 1. Okay, now the actual duration is 4. So if you see these shaded, it's kind of like a medium color purple that is shaded in, and
Yes.
you'll see that it ends at 4. So you can also go to the percent complete, which is 25%, which is right in this little area here. It's just starting. And the same here, start, plan start, actual start is 1, okay, which is there. The duration and the actual duration is 6. You see it ends here. And another thing is, if you notice that activity 1 and activity 2, they both have a start at 1. So activity 1 and activity 2 are going to be starting at the same time, okay? But yet activity 2 is, by the time it's done, it's going to end at a much later date, which is at 6, as opposed to activity 1 ending at day 5 or month 5. It doesn't really specify. You can probably specify if these are going to be days or months, these numbers here. Okay, and then of course it'll give you a percentage of how much of your activity has been completed. But you play around with these templates, and on your own you do a little bit of study on some of the theory, and it actually becomes a lot of fun. You kind of have fun, and you get into a best practices routine, which is going to follow you throughout the course, throughout your small business journey. And so, say for example, if you become one day a medium-sized company or a very large-sized company, you bring other people on board, other employees, and they can continue with these best practices to ensure that your company is performing its processes on a professional level, on a level that if someone came in from a bank or from another business, or just someone eyeballing your company, they can see, oh, okay, they do use best practices, and they can look at your data and they can get some really great qualitative and quantitative data on what you're doing, instead of you just kind of verbally saying, hey, this is what I do, this is where we're at in our project. That's great, but it really, having that empirical work to show is really a good idea. Are there any questions on project management part of the Excel templates?
No, I'm really glad you shared this, because in my last job, they wanted me to create a Gantt chart and I had no idea. And I had to literally create one from scratch. And if I knew that like there was a template in Excel, I would have just utilized this instead of having to make one from scratch and trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah, and thank you, Liz. And you'll absolutely find out that inside of that search box, there are so many different templates you can use, just miscellaneous stuff. Like I'll even show you where you can create an organizational chart for your company. And when I applied for my approval to operate from the BPPE, they required I give them an organizational chart. They wanted to know who was at the top. They wanted to know who my executive academic officer was. They wanted to know who the CEO, COO was. And they wanted to know who all the instructors were and what courses they were responsible for teaching. And I was able to use that template, and it worked really, really well. And I'll show you that template in a bit. So I will get out of sharing this screen, and I'd like to move on to talking a bit about databases. One moment. Okay, the client database. Now, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to shut off my phone. My apologies. Okay, so depending on how you plan to use your client's data, and I was explaining this a bit earlier, will determine if Excel or Access will better suit your needs. Now, Excel and Access are two Microsoft applications, and the main difference between Excel and Access is that Excel is a spreadsheet where you can perform calculations on your data, and you can represent that data visually. While Access is a database management system that helps store and manage your data in a really simple way. Now, Microsoft Access stores data in its own format. So you can import or link directly to data stored in other applications and databases, which is great because as you move toward using more complex applications such as Salesforce, other CRMs, the data that you've accumulated in Access or Excel for that matter can be easily migrated or imported into the new application. So Excel and Access is really a great starting point for collecting all of your clients' information. So what I will do is I'm going to pull up my Access screen if I have it there. Okay, I don't, so give me one moment. Okay, Liz, let me know if you see Access application on the screen.
I do.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so we're inside Access, and again, it's just like, almost just like Excel, where you click on New, and you can search for templates. Now, on this page, they already have quite a few that you may or may not be able to use. And if you don't see anything you like, you can kind of just type in something you're looking for inside of the search box. But for this example, I'm going to click on contacts because, and again, Liz, let me know if you see it. It looks like it's loading on my end.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. It's preparing the template. And I'm starting off with the Access database because it really is a great tool and it's so simple. Just, you can keep all of your contacts in there from your customers, your vendors, just anyone who has anything to do with your business, you can keep their contact information in this list. So can you see the contact list here?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so this one is already kind of made for you. And to start entering your client's data, we're just going to click on New. I think I clicked twice. No? Okay. So here, I'll give an example. I'll just say Elizabeth Cotton. Are you still with this company, Liz? I don't know. No, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, it's fine. Just
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, you'll have to look up what that means. Okay. And then I'll just put in a random email address. I'll just put in Liz at gmail.com. We'll skip the web page for now. I'm going to put in a random telephone number. I don't know who it belongs to. Okay, and I'm gonna, okay, yeah, I'll put in a random address. Street. The zip code. All right.
Oops.
What happened? Oh, okay. All right. And I'm hoping this will populate. Okay. It did. Okay, wonderful. So as you can see, everything that we entered into that little box populated right in here. So you may be on the phone with someone and relating to your business, and you need to get all of their information. So pull up your access in your contact list, and while you're on the phone with them, you can get all of their information, and it's done. It's stored. You can even create one of these pretty much from scratch, which isn't very hard at all. And you can add different headers in here, whether you might want to add client or vendor, or if this person is a client or whatever their role may be to you. And you can populate that with that information, and you have a complete list. And again, if this contact list builds to 1,000 people, you can still import this into another application, to your CRM, to whatever application you decide to use later on down the line. And again, this is just really a really simple starting point. Are there any questions on access so far? Sure.
Yes. You're doing access, and I see up to the top that it says that you can save to Outlook. Can you also, if you have a lot of people, say you have 100 contacts in Outlooks, can you transport what you have in Outlook into this list?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. You so can, they're interchangeable with Google contacts and Outlook.
Yes, these applications were designed to transfer information from application to application, because Microsoft understands that people don't just use Microsoft, you know, they use a lot of different applications. So yes, you can import all of your contacts from your Outlook to your Access, and from your Outlook to your Excel, and back and forth, however you'd like.
Okay, could you tell me the name of that template?
This is Microsoft Access. It should be included in the Microsoft Office suite. Okay. All right, and then if you want to create your own list, I would recommend, let's see, starting with a blank database. Okay, one moment. I'm going to stop sharing that screen and go to another. Okay. Now this is your database. It's still Access. You're just starting from scratch. That's all. And you may want to use this one if you want to add specific fields. Like maybe you want to add, I'm going to click on number because the field is going to be customer ID. Okay, and I really want to stress that if you're going to have a business where you plan on having a lot of customers, if you're, say, for retail or whatever item you're selling, you want to have each customer have their own customer ID, because first names and last names, even addresses with people in the same household using your service, it's duplicated. So by customers having their own individual customer ID, you can very easily pull up their information really quickly. And I'm going to go back to the other access page. One moment.
Irma, you used the term CRM. What did that mean?
Okay, that's a customer relation management. I believe that's what it is. I haven't used this CRM. I don't use CRM, but a lot of companies do. And so basically what a CRM does, you can store all of your clients' information just like you do in Access or in Excel, but it's much more advanced. You can perform forecasting, you can identify potential customers, you can really customize it in a way that you can't do with Excel and Access. And Liz is really great with, she can explain CRM really, really well. And I would invite her to do this. She's shaking her head. She's like, no. Okay.
Yeah, I can share, like, customer relationship management is just a management platform for customers. For instance, MailChimp or Constant Contact. Those are customer relationship managed platforms where you can put all of your contacts information. If you have it in Excel, you can upload all those contacts to a MailChimp. So when you send out a new e-newsletter, it'll go out to all those contacts. You know, you can, and, you know, MailChimp, even Salesforce, you know, you can put all of your clients' information, import it from Excel to the Salesforce. You know, if you're trying to close some of those people as customers, you can see more, I guess, intricate information, such as like who visited your site, who clicked on a product, who triggered an event maybe within your own platform. You know, if you can also create like a calendar invites, you know, you can create like, for example, Salesforce. You know, if you have a bunch of clients, you can see this is the last time that I talked to this client on this specific date, and you can send notifications to yourself like, okay, I need to talk to them again in 3 days. And that's how, like, a Salesforce platform works, kind of to kind of be better at sales, I guess. MailChimp is different. It's just a newsletter platform where you can send out a newsletter, whether it's like regarding a product or a service, to your whole database. And you can take a closer look after the newsletter goes out and say, okay, you can see like, oh, this people, you know, actually opened my newsletter. This is what they were looking at. This is how many times they opened my newsletter. So if you can see that data, you can be like, okay, these are the people that are most interested in my my service, what I'm selling, what I'm doing. And you may want to engage those people even further to either close a deal, sell them something even further, just communicate with them. So that's kind of how CRM programs work. It helps you build a stronger relationship with your clients, whereas like kind of Excel are the building blocks to that, you know, just kind of getting all of your customers' information and being able to ready to like import it into a more sophisticated platform like a Salesforce, like a Constant Contact, like a MailChimp. So yeah.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. Yes, and moving toward a CRM is on my mind, but I'm not quite there yet in terms of having that volume of customers, of clients. But when I reach that point, yes, and I do recommend that everyone, when they reach that point in their business, to definitely migrate to something like a CRM. And I know a lot of other business owners, they do rave about it and about how it's really helped their business. But that's for a later topic. And so I wanted to pull this page back up because this search box here, this is going to be really important because as your client list grows and grows and grows all the way, you get like 1,000 contacts. This search box here, if your customer says, customer calls you, whatever the issue may be, can I have your customer ID number? When you enter it into this box here, all of their information that you've stored on them is going to appear. So you're going to instantly have a view of their telephone number, their address, whatever you've populated these lists with, that information is going to come up for you. So this is really, again, a great starting point for creating a contact list for your clients and vendors. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Excel, the Excel, exit out of this. Give me one moment because it takes a little time for me to get my screen up. Okay. Now I mentioned, Liz, can you see my screen? It says new at the top.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, now I mentioned before how Excel can provide you with all sorts of just miscellaneous, pretty much any document that you could possibly think of you need for your business, they will have it. And it's not just Excel that has this search box for templates. It's Word, it's PowerPoint, it's Access. They all have this template box, and Word is really great with giving you templates. Oh my gosh, if you have to send out letters to your clients, to your vendors, to government, whoever it is, just really great formats where you can insert your logo and your letterhead. And that's going to be really important too, because when you send out correspondence, that is essentially, that in your website is the face of your business. And so here, I mentioned organizational charts earlier. I'm just going to pull up one for you. Okay, so you see a few here, and they're also going to be probably a lot more in Microsoft Word. Okay. Liz, let me know if you can see the organizational chart page. If not, I'll have to stop sharing this page and then go kind of circle back around.
It's not this one.
Huh?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay. So it tells you a little bit about the template here. Down here, there's tabs, and you can click on each one, kind of get an idea of how their template is structured. Okay, you can use the Smart Art one. Oh, look, there it is. It's kind of
Pretty.
this one is kind of actually designed, looks like for a school. Okay, where the principal is here. So if you're at the top of your organization, your name will go here. And the ones in Word, you can actually insert to the right or left a picture of yourself, a picture of your instructors, picture of whoever's name is inside of these boxes here to, kind of create a more personalized organizational chart if you choose. And then, which here it is, smart photos. So this is kind of cool. And you can use this, you can actually save it as a PDF and use it for your website. So they're clicking through your website, they can see who works at your company.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one, and then another one. I kind of like this one as well. But the point is that you have lots to choose from, which is really neat. So you're likely to find something that's going to suit your needs. I'm going to go back to the template page where you can search for template. It's one moment. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that because it's going to give you guys chance to later on go through the different applications that Microsoft has to offer and choose which templates work for you until you have enough documents for you to create a really professional company profile. And I can't stress that enough, how important it is having to work with the SBA and government entities like the BPPE, Workforce Development. They really want to actually see this stuff. They say, well, send me your projects. Let me see it, don't just tell me about it. Let me see your organizational charts. Let me see your profit and loss. Banks are going to want to see this. Whoever you're dealing with in business, they want these documents. And you're not recreating the wheel. And here they are. And really easy, you've created your company profile in a really professional way. And if you want to share information about your company with these documents, again, you can save them as PDFs, upload them to your website so everyone can see. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. And thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm so happy. This is my first webinar. I'm so excited. I want to thank Elizabeth for giving me this opportunity. I was a bit nervous. I'm sure you could probably tell at times. And if there's any questions I can answer right now, any of the slides that were shown, anything regarding business, please just, let me know. Thank you, Jayton. I really appreciate the hand clap. Awesome.
Awesome. Well,
I think you did a wonderful job.
Yay, Liz. Thank you too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining day 2 of, thank you, Monica, for joining day 2 of 30 Days of Black Business. Again, like during this entire month, we're going to have a lot of great speakers providing a lot of information, resources. Tomorrow, I'm going to host Just the Right Hour. That's tomorrow at 6 p.m. And it's literally, sometimes when people have a business, like the hardest part is just writing information down, like taking the time to write. So it's just 1 hour of writing. And just, you need to write to move your business forward, whether it's writing code for your website, whether it's writing, documents, creating documents for the SBA, for just writing content. So the next event will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. where it's just writing, and so we kind of share what we wrote, but it's just an hour to just hone in and focus and writing, because sometimes we get distracted when we're trying to just write. So tomorrow is just going to be like an hour where we just focus on writing. The 4th, it's NSBE's National Society of Black Engineers. Their virtual first Tuesdays, their 1-year anniversary. So they're going to be hosting an event on imposter syndrome, sometimes is business owners of color. Like, when we don't see a lot of people in the same space that look like us, sometimes we feel like an imposter. So that is going to be, we're going to have an event focusing on how to combat imposter syndrome on, I think it's, Thursday. We have a really great girl who's going to talk about sales, pricing, and negotiation, how to create a strong sales model for your business, how to negotiate and really interface with clients and vendors, people that want to pay you. And then on, I think that's Wednesday. So Thursday, I'm actually going to also host how to navigate the Secretary of State website. A lot of times, a lot of us don't have money to pay lawyers thousands of dollars to file a business for us. So, in reality, those costs are very minimal to file your own business. And so I'm going to be showing how to navigate the Secretary of State website to file a corporation, LLC, or even a nonprofit corporation. So yeah, please join us. We have a lot of talks throughout the rest of the month. RSVP on meetup.com. And if you have any additional questions, you want to get connected with some of the speakers, please let me know. And thank you again for everyone joining us today.
Thanks, Liz.
Awesome. And then I'll also share, I will make these recordings available, probably next week, or we'll like cut them up and also put them on our social media, like for insight, share clips of like different like important topics that were shared too. So just check our social media for that. And thank you again. And I hope to see everybody soon.
I think somebody had a quick question in the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I had something to say. Latrice, I was wondering if you have view graphs on it instead of going from page to page and trying to find it. Can Irma present the whole thing to the first Tuesday group maybe next month?
Oh,
if she had it in view graphs, it'll go quicker, so it won't take up an hour. It might take up 30 minutes.
Okay, that's an excellent suggestion. Because I am new to this platform and some of the terminology, I will work with Elizabeth so that we can make our webinars run more efficiently. And again, I really thank you for your patience, this being my first webinar. And so glad to have you here. So Liz and I will definitely get together and talk more. And if you have any further suggestions on topics or just any technical stuff on tips and tricks, please let us know.
Yeah, and I definitely, after everyone presents, I'm probably going to put everything up on, I think it's called slideshare.net. All of their, it's a website where you can share presentations and slideshows. And so everyone can, check out the presentations after, for reference. I saw that Monica had a question.
Monica. Liz, do you see the question?
Yeah, she said in terms of project management, film budgets, can this platform be used for planning or is it just specific?
Absolutely. In Excel, there is a template where you can create budgets for any project, whether if it's filming or for building something or for events. There's all sorts of templates in there. So yes, I encourage you to use that search bar. And if you see something that doesn't necessarily say filming, but the template, you can use it and tweak it because you can always change the name. You can put your name, put your logo, and you can put the figures in there and change a lot of the data, but the formulas in there will still calculate your numbers all the same. So yes, absolutely, Monica.
Yeah. And then sometimes, just type in film or entertainment and see what pops up in that search bar and see what they have. But like you said, there's all kinds of templates. And I don't know if you saw, but there was like a little tab for industry. So if you go to that industry tab, in the search, like right underneath the search bar, and look for entertainment industry, maybe everything that pops up underneath like that industry that you're working in, which is obviously entertainment, film, it may have like a template that is specifically for, you know, film budgets or entertainment budgets. So yeah. So in applying for the SBA.
Are you referring to an SBA loan?
Correct.
Okay.
Those templates, could those templates be,
Okay. So
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
are you referring to the COVID loan, the COVID disaster loan, or just a general loan?
Not just PPP.
Paycheck protection program? Okay, so for the paycheck protection program, what they're gonna require from you is they're gonna wanna see your profit and loss. They're gonna wanna see your projected profit and loss actually for the next 2 years, okay? And they're gonna wanna see a business plan. Now you can download a really great template for a business plan on the SCORE website. That is their kind of like sister site. And along with that business plan, they probably have at least 1,000 templates on there for just about anything you want to create in business. So that's another great resource. And they're going to want to see they want your EIN number. They want bank statements. They're going to want, yeah, just your fictitious business file, you know, for your DBA. They're going to want all of any documents that you ever filed. And they really want a complete financial profile on your organization. And again, that's where those templates are going to come in to really help you out, because those templates are industry standard.
Right. And I think she also is saying the templates that are in Excel, are those applicable just to provide, you know, documentation for the SBA? And, you know, I know you came in kind of late, but Kathy said, or Irma said that yes, they are applicable. And, you know, Irma's used those to, you know, file for her SBA, you know, disaster relief. And so like she said, those are industry standard, and those work for sure, whether it's at the SBA, whether it's loan, whether it's investors. Those documents will basically essentially provide all the information that, you know, those companies, you know,
It's in a format that they can absorb, you know,
yeah.
that it's acceptable.
During the closure, Camp Surf, like many other businesses, went financially into the red.
All right, is there any more questions? If not, again,
Ask what, you have your contact information again?
Oh, my contact information? Sure, I can share an image of my home screen. I can find it. There it is. Okay. There we are. And please feel free to contact me. I would love to answer any questions.
Just went away.
Oh, just went away. No. How'd that happen? Oh, there it is. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Went away.
This went away again. Okay, so it's sillersinstitute.com, SILLERS.
I'll put it in the Sillers Institute.
Put it in the chat.
Yeah, sillersinstitute.com. And your email is, what is it? Contact?
Contact at sillersinstitute.com. And if anyone is feeling extra special, I do have a GoFundMe page. We're doing a lot of work with ex-offenders, getting them with our prison to work program, wanting to get them trained in fields such as construction, electrical work, masonry, and we've got loads of partners out here in the Coachella Valley Desert that are willing to hire the graduates. So how about that?
Telephone number again? Your phone number that was on your homepage.
Oh, okay. So the telephone number is area code 760
Mhm.
493 2591.
Okay. And what's the URL for the GoFundMe page?
URL. Okay. So if you go to the homepage of our website, you'll see a link that says donate. It will take you directly to my GoFundMe page.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
Yes, nice meeting you all. I'm so glad to have had this opportunity. And I really hope that everyone was able to take away something that will help them in their business journey.
All right, everyone. You guys have a blessed day, and hope to see you guys throughout 30 days of Black business.
Bye-bye.
Bye.